Hey YouTube, this is my second video on Bereshit chapter 1, Genesis chapter 1. I'm starting to go through the notes. Okay, the very first letter of the first word of the first verse is a bait, and it's a pictograph of a house or a tent. Like I said, it's the first letter of the first word of the first book of the separate writings. What a lot of people call the Holy Bible, I call the separate writings. Holy comes from the word Kodesh. In Hebrew means separate or set apart. And Bible comes from kitbe or kitbe and means writings. So that's what I call it, separate writings. And since the first letter of the first word is bait, and it's a pictograph of a house or a tent, to me that's speaking of Yahweh making his house, his home, his family, where he will dwell with or in his family. So the very first letter of the first word says what Yahweh's intentions are. That states the purpose of what he's doing, which I think is incredible, phenomenal. But if you want to figure out what the purpose is, all of it, go to the first letter of the first verse of, the first letter of the first word of the first verse, the first chapter of the first book of Scripture, and there you find it. If you take Bereshit, and you take the letters, the Beit, which is the house or a tent, the Resh, which is a man's head, and connotes first or highest person. You take the Aleph, which is an ox head, denoting strength or power or ultimate authority. You take the Shin, which is two teeth, and can mean to destroy or consume. You take the Yod, which is the arm or hand, and can connote my effort or work. And then Tau, which is two cross sticks, and denotes the mark or the covenant. The first two letters can make bar, which means the son or son of. And the message you can get from all of that is the son of the ultimate power. Well, this is just from the first word, okay? The son of the ultimate power will be destroyed, killed by his hand on a cross for the covenant. The first two words, let's see what I've got here, can also be constructed to be bara, to fill or filling. Shet is his hand, destroyed or killed for the covenant, and bara, to fill or filling. Although it's maybe stretching a little bit, but just very interesting to me. Okay, so that's just the first word. That's a Bereshit. Next you have Elohim, my note on Elohim, which is an Aleph. The El is an Aleph, which is the ox head, connoting first or strong or gentle. The second letter is the Lamed, which is a pictograph of a shepherd's staff, and connotes authority, movement, or protection. So from those together, from the El, you have prime mover, or strong authority, or gentle protector. So the word that in English Bible is God, that's the Hebrew word is Elohim, and that's what it means. It means prime mover, or strong authority, or gentle protector. And with Elohim, they're all singular verbs, denoting singular throughout with Elohim, except for noted exceptions, which may indicate majesty or royalty. So, and how you determine whether the Elohim is plural or singular would be by the surrounding like verbs and pronouns and such. That would indicate whether it's singular or plural. And a further note here is plural nouns can be plural of quantity or quality. A superlative meaning most excellent, of the highest order, greatest, superior or supreme, magnificent, preeminent, foremost, unsurpassed, unequaled. So the Elohim, the El denotes prime mover, strong authority, gentle protector. The Im on the end of it is plural, but that plural can mean quantity or quality. So like a redwood tree would be a plural, probably, I'm guessing, in Hebrew, because it's such an awesome tree. So you'd use the plural of trees, not to indicate that it's more than one, but that its quality is plural. So, and to figure out whether it's a plural of quantity or quality, you determine by the verbs, if they're singular verbs, if they're singular pronouns and such. There are a few places where, like where he says, let us make man in our image, where it's a plural verb, but from what I can tell, that's a plural of majesty. Like the Queen says, we will decide what to do with our subjects. And she's speaking for herself and kind of speaking for the country, for the court, but she's not like being what's the word I want to use? She doesn't have multiple personalities as order. She's just speaking as the queen. So that's the usage there, that from my understanding. I'm sure if you asked Jewish people that study this, they could probably help you out and tell you what it means. Okay, my next note has to do with et, the aleph and tau word. Now, I've said that while I was reading. I tried to say that even though it's not a word that's that can be translated into English. It's the most common Hebrew word in the Tanakh. So what people call the Old Testament, that's the most common word that's there, is the et, but it's not translated into English because English doesn't have a word for it. It's also meaning alongside and closely associated with. The et is composed of the aleph, which is the first letter in the Hebrew alphabet. It's an ox head, meaning first, strong, or gentle, stands for unity. The tau, which is two crossed sticks, meaning used as a marker, stands for perfection, an ox toward the mark. A plow or plowshare plows the path from the verb of a sentence, the ox, to the definite object, the mark. The phrase aleph and tau is an idiomatic expression meaning the whole of the alphabet, probably standing respectively for Urim and Thummim, the sacred lots of the high priest used to determine the will of Yahweh, and also meaning all-encompassing. Then I have a note, see also Yochanan or John 1, verses 1 to 5. This word is the exact center of the verse, the utterance that Elohim makes all creation through and identifies himself with in Revelations 1:8, 21:6, and 22:13. So it's a very significant word. And when I do my video on Yochanan or John, the good news of Yochanan or John, I'll talk more about that. I think I might be rapidly running out of time. Let me check really quick. Yeah, I have about 2.5 minutes left. Okay. I'm going to keep on going. Ma'im, my next note is ma'im, which means water. Comes from shamayim, meaning over there. So the meaning that's translated in sky or heaven is, the meaning of it is waters over there. You put sham and ma'im together, shamayim. I'm going to keep on going. Then my final note, I believe, on verse 1, this is all notes just for verse 1, is that it's the seen and the unseen. When you say the heavens and the earth, it means the seen and the unseen. An idiomatic expression meaning the universe, everything. Time would be in a primacy beginning of. Space would be Elohim filling the skies. And matter would be the land and the earth. So in the very first verse you have time, space, and matter. Using mathematics, there are multiple sevens in this verse. 7 Hebrew words, 7 being the number symbolizing perfection, completion, and identifying with Yahweh. Feature, let me see how much time I've got. I might be just about up. No, I've got a little bit of time. Feature 1. There are 28 Hebrew letters in the first verse, which is, of course, 7 times 4. Feature 2, the letters of the subject and objects are 14, and the remaining letters are, of course, 14. Feature 3, the objects of the heavens and the earth are composed of 14 Hebrew letters. Feature 4, the shortest word, et, is in the middle, and when combined with either word next to it, comes to 7 letters. See also Yeshayahu or Isaiah 40:21 and 44:24, Yirmiyahu or Jeremiah 10 verse 16. Man, I've got a lot of these. I'm just gonna... No, I'll read them off. I've got a little bit of time. Tehillim or Psalm 33, 6 through 9, and also 102 verse 25. Mishlei or Proverbs 8 verses 22 through 31. Eob or Job chapter 38 verse 4 to 7. Yochanan or John chapter 1 verse 3, 17 verse 24. Aben Beit or 2 Peter 3 verse 5. Ibrahim or Hebrews 1 verse 2 and 6 and 11 verse 3. Ephesians 1 verse 4, 3 verse 9, Colossians 1 verse 16, Revelations 1, 8, 3, 14, and 21, 6, also 22, 13. I think I might be up. Yes, I'm up. Okay. I will continue this in the next video. Shalom, have a good day, have a good life. I'll talk to you later. Bye.